Do you need a ways to assess your students' fluency? Well, look no further. I got the tools for you. From the site, Big Ideas in Beginning Reading provides the most common examples of an assessment for fluency. All you have to do is you find a passage that you can ask your students that they can read aloud for 1 minute. The words that are skipped or pronounced incorrectly are not counted. The number of correct words read is counted. This total equals a student's oral reading fluency rate. The site also shares other types of reading assessments that you can use. They also show what are the dynamic indicators of basic early literacy skills, also known as DIB ELS. There are other samples of assessments measured that are used to test fluency skills, such as the curriculum-based measurement, also known as CBM, and the method looks at how students apply the skill in a reading passage. The outcome measures allow you to track your students' performance over time rather than the mastery of one skill. The DIBELs created to be short 1-minute fluency measures that can be used to regularly detect, risk, and monitor the development of early literacy and early reading skills in kindergarten through 8th grade. The Gray Oral Reading Test, GORT-4, provides an objective measure of oral reading growth and an aid in the diagnosis of oral reading difficulties. TOWRE, or TOWRE, a quick and reliable way to assess efficiency of sight word recognition and phonemic decoding in children and adults. TPRI, an early reading assessment designed to identify the reading and comprehension development of students in grades 1 and 2. And I have an example here, which would be a short little passage that you would share with your students to have them read out loud. And they read this based off of their fluency and how fast they could read. It's called the camping trip. So basically, this would be an example. Lily and her brother Ryan went camping with their mom and dad. Ryan and dad set up the tent while Lily and mom collected sticks to start a bonfire. Once the tent was set up, they started a fire in the bonfire pit. Lily and Ryan looked for long, pointy sticks to use for cooking hot dogs over the fire while the fire was heating up. They found 4 perfect sticks, one for each of them. Lily and Ryan and their mom and dad each placed 2 hot dogs on their sticks. They held the hot dogs over the fire and turned the sticks slowly so every side of each hot dog was cooked. Then they put the hot dogs into buns and added ketchup and mustard. The hot dogs were delicious. So as you could tell, I misread 2 words, so those 2 words would not count. But then also you take time of me reading, of the student reading of the passage, and then they would be timed on that passage. So you would have to have a stopwatch to do this assessment, which this assessment is a really good way because then the student may feel rushed, but they know that they've only got a minute. So in a way, it's like a time test. For more information, please visit Early Reading Assessment, which is a guiding tool for instructions. This shares an overview of what assessments are and how they are beneficial, and there's examples of assessments in reading. At Reading Rockets.